Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for stopping by. If this is your first time, welcome. Glad you can be here. I wanted to do this track on Friday, but if you had watched my last video, you would have known or heard that I think I had food poisoning on Friday. I got it like Thursday, Friday. I was just not feeling it, man. I was not in a good place. And then my weekends are always booked, you know, morning to night. There's no way I could get anything done. So this had to wait till today. Drazzy, me versus me. I know Drazzy has some pretty introspective, thoughtful lyrics, man. He takes a pretty hard stance on stuff and looks at it in a critical way. So I'm interested in this to see where he's going with it. So without further ado, let's jump right in, see what it's all about.
We are going to go inside the mind of a recording artist by the name of Drazzy, a very conflicted individual, and he's about to have a conversation with his inner demons.
Why you trying with that music thing? You don't think that you should quit? Either you're clueless or deluded, cause your tunes are shit. That's your perspective though, and you're entitled to it. But don't be disrespectful, bro, I'm not that guy to fool with. And furthermore, why you always trying to smite my dreams? I believe there's a fire that's deep inside of me, and it inspires me to write the beats. That's where I find my peace. I'm not the reason why you question your vision. You don't possess the discipline and you wrestle with your decisions. You neglect your intuition, but expect the fruition of your deepest ambitions. But you ain't being consistent, there's truth in that statement. But I ain't losing motivation, I've been there and done it,
Man, I like how this starts off, because I mean, I've talked about it here before as an artist myself, how difficult it is. We're always our worst critic, and so many times, man, you tear yourself down. You don't follow your dreams for whatever reason. There's excuses that you always give yourself, like if I don't get up and write in the morning when I plan on it, so I just need some extra sleep today or whatever it is, man. But you're always able to excuse it away, and even as you're excusing it away, you already know that you're just making excuses for yourself. You're just lying to yourself, and so it's interesting to see that where his inner demon is in the red there, comes back and says, like, don't blame me for you not doing your shit because you lack the motivation. And there are days where I'm gonna get in your head and tell you you're not good enough. There are days where I'm gonna get in your head and make you second guess everything you've done. But there are days where you own that shit, man. You're the reason why you don't get shit done. So it's an interesting way to start this.
I'm not the reason why you question your vision. You don't possess the discipline and you wrestle with your decisions. You neglect your intuition, but expect the fruition of your deepest ambitions. But you ain't being consistent, there's truth in that statement. But I ain't losing motivation, I've been there and done it. Now fuck it, I'm ditching my clutches, I'm sick to my stomach. I've been my own critic for nothing. And you don't seem to help at all. When I seem to fail or fall is when you smile the most. But I ain't no clown on a joke.
That's interesting. He's telling this demon, like, you don't help me at all. You're nothing but a hindrance, man. The only time you smile, the only time you feel good is when I fail or fall. It's true, man. Like, I find that, like, I have a really hard time getting that motivation, or the motivation has to be it's got to be your own fuel. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't wake up and all of a sudden have this, well, I shouldn't say never, but very, very limited amount of times you wake up and you're just like, you feel like someone's put a rocket right inside your heart, man. You want to get in front of the computer and type, or you want to write or start making beats, go shoot the basketball, whatever it is, whatever your passion is. There's days where you get that drive. But most days, it's like you're prying yourself out of bed and you're fucking sore, you're tired, you have a headache, you feel like shit, all kinds of other reasons to stay in bed. And that's when your demon starts saying to you, yeah, man, if you don't stay in bed and sleep, you're gonna get a cold, or you're gonna be this or you're that, or this a couple hours isn't gonna hurt you. You can write in 2 days or write tonight, but you never do. So I get that, man, where he's saying the only time you speak to me is when I'm failing. You're never here to help me out of bed. You're never here to help me when I'm feeling bad about myself. You're only here to cause me grief. Interesting. I like it.
The cause when I seem to fail or fall is when you smile the most. But I ain't no clown or a joke.
I have been told by several creative individuals that there is a demon that lurks within their minds, which causes them to be doubtful and hateful of themselves.
Why do you prey on my weakness? You never praise my achievements. Why you being so toxic? It's always beef or a conflict. If we could just stop it, think what we could accomplish. But you're blinded by rage, and you and I are the same. The yin and the yang, the critic, the fan, the hate and the love. This conversation is dumb, just be real with yourself. You ain't got the skills to prevail, you know that it's true. Posting all them jokes, you call tunes on your Instagram. Now you think you got fans, they think you're spam. And those that comment and like, they just wanna be nice. Cause they know you're such a positive guy, but your tunes are rubbish and you're amusing, to be honest. There was a time I would agree when you would speak the air. But now I see you're just a legion, you feed off my fears. I believe for years that you would speak from here, but now I see through the dark, and you don't even have a heart. You're the laziest guy, and you complain about life. And when I try to make a change, you hate on my drive. That's confusing to me. Instead of rooting for me, so we can move as a team, you want me to lose or retreat. That's just stupid to me. Cause we're the yin and the yang, the critic, the fan, the hate and the love. You know what? This conversation is done.
So there you have it. The internal conflicts that exist within the minds of creatives. Just to see and hear that piece of art, it's not as simple as just that. This is what it takes for them to create. War, turmoil, and confliction. But is it not so beautiful? Is it not so beautiful?
Yeah, man, I thought that was a really interesting way of doing it. It's a nice way to get inside of an artist's mind, and there's probably not an artist out there that doesn't feel this way, that isn't their own worst critic. I know that. I know how that can happen, and it is. It's the difference between working hard or believing the outside influences, or believing yourself and honestly just shutting yourself down and saying, there's 2 million other rappers who are better than I am, so why do I even need to worry? Why do I even need to bother? This amount of time, this sleepless nights, all these times where I could be doing something else, but I'm writing in a pad. Like, why do I do these things if it really doesn't matter, if nobody really does give a shit, if I'm never going to be as good as these other 2 million rappers, or for my case, authors or whatever. It really is something that you deal with. So it's interesting, his take on this. I enjoyed it, man. I felt it. I could relate to it. And as you cast know, man, I love a track that I can relate to, and it goes deeper than just bars. But cool video too. I like the way he set that up, and talking to his demon there is really neat. So yeah, appreciate y'all being here, being part of the journey. Make sure if you dug the track, man, go over to Well Done Records, give the track a view on YouTube, go stream it, anything that, man, any way you can afford it, whatever you can do what you can to support the artists, because they do it just as much for us as they do it for themselves. So show them a little bit of love. Until next time, stay safe, good to each other.